Yo, so how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another GTA 5 video. So about a month ago I put together a video showing you guys the top 3 best ways to make money in GTA 5 online, and going off the feedback, a bunch of you guys really seemed to enjoy that video, as there was at least one method in that video that all of you guys could grind out and make a ton of money in no time. Now, truth be told, some of the methods in that video have changed or they've been updated, so I thought it only made sense I went ahead and posted somewhat of an updated version to that video, seeing as so many of you guys really enjoyed it. So as always, if you guys do enjoy the video and you would like to see me cover more epic money and RP guides in the future, all I ask is you guys do return the favor by dropping a like down below, and if you guys are new around here, feel free to subscribe as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so coming in for the very first method, and that's by completing this week's brand new time trial. If you guys aren't aware, when Rockstar Games released a brand new casino update, they also double the money that they pay out on all of the time trials, so you guys can earn a very nice $100,000 in literally just 2 minutes. Now, this week's time trial is called Pillbox Hill, and it does have a part time of 2 minutes. Now, as always, I would go ahead and suggest you guys use a motorbike for this time trial. Go ahead, upgrade it as much as you can, and you just simply want to follow the exact route that I take on screen. Now, this week's time trial, I'm not gonna lie boys, is extremely easy. I swear on my entire family's life, I was able to beat it on my very first attempt. So with this time trial being so easy, I'm just going to play out some music while I run through the time trial, and I'll jump back on the mic for method 2. However, moving into the second method in this video, and this is by selling the top range NPC cars. Now, a little while back I did show you guys how you could spawn in the rare Dumpster 2s, which do come in gold and chrome, so I will leave a link to that video down low in the description. However, in this video I'm going to show you guys how you could spawn in an unlimited amount of modified Sentinel XSs. Whilst it might not sell as much as the Dumpster 2, the Dumpster 2 method can be quite tedious, whereas the Sentinel XS method will work 100% of the time, every single time. First thing you guys want to do is be in a free roam session. This could be a public session, an invite only session, or a crew session. It doesn't make a difference. Now, once you guys are in a free roam session, you want to wait until the in-game time turns till 9 PM or 2100 hours. Now, if you guys aren't aware how to check the time in your game, you can press start and it's usually in the top right, or you can just pull up your in-game phone and it will have it right at the top of your phone. However, once it reaches 9 PM in the game, you want to make your way to this point, and you basically want to run this route that you can see me tracing. So if you guys start on this corner that you can see me starting on now, you want to drive towards the Eclipse Towers, pass one street, take an immediate left, and take another left past that street that we just passed again, and take another left, getting back to the corner where we originally started. So it's somewhat of like a mini rectangle. So as you guys can see on screen right now, I'm running the rectangle that I just showed you guys, passing the Epsilon Tower, which is a pretty well-known spot, so look out for that. You just want to drive up this road and then take another left going towards the Tequila Lala bar. I can't even say that name to save my life, but this bar that you can see right underneath the billboard, you guys I'm pretty sure would know this bar. You want to take a look in the lane driving away from the Eclipse Towers, and then you guys should notice that it will spawn in a modded Sentinel XS. From here you just want to park in front of it, jump out, jump in the Sentinel, and literally take it over to any of your owned garages within the game. Now this is another great thing about this method. If you guys own an apartment at the Eclipse Towers, Del Piero, any of the still apartments, it is literally less than a mile drive from the spawn location, so it's very quick. You can just simply go back and keep on getting them, try and stock up as much as you can. However, if the route I just showed you guys isn't spawning them in, then try and drive in the opposite direction of that route I just showed you guys. And as you guys can see now, I'm using a naked June buggy, so the car really doesn't make a difference. And as you guys can see, a Sentinel XS spawns in yet again. All I have to do is throw the person out and simply go ahead and park it in my garage. Now this time someone came over to attack me because I was a CEO, and I'm glad they did, so I can show you guys what to do. Now say if you guys are a CEO or a VIP, and as you guys can see, some random persons came behind me, started shooting at my car. I started to panic because I'm right next to my thing. So what you want to do is quickly pull up your interaction menu, retire your CEO, and quickly enable passive mode. Now because guys will blow up your car and they can kill you, and they'll probably rob it and just go ahead and sell it for themselves. So as you guys can see, this guy tried it with me and he was very nearly successful at doing so. I'm not gonna lie, this is a big thing because you guys do have to remember the Eclipse Tower is the most owned property within GTA 5. There is always people hanging around this area, so if I was you guys, I would take no risks. Just go on passive mode for a little while until you're stocked up enough that you're happy with. However, as you guys can see on screen right now, I'm using the new Bestia GTS, which is based off the new Ferrari, and as you guys can see, bang, it still spawned in the new Sentinel XS. And like I said, if you guys do want to help out some of your friends or some of your crew members, you can get them in the car as well and get them a version of the car. It's not going to stop them from spawning it in. One little tip I will give you, if you are playing with friends, try and tell them not to hang around in that Tequila Lala bar area. You don't want to have a certain car just parked up on that road because that will prevent it from spawning in. That's the whole reason we run that little route, is so it gives it time to spawn in. As you guys probably know, GTA use somewhat of like a class duplication system where if you're driving a muscle car around, you may notice a load more muscle cars are driving around. That's just the way GTA 5 has been for as long as I can remember, way back on last gen PS2 days. What was it, GTA 3? I can't even remember. However, as I mentioned earlier, you can spawn in a yellow version of this car as well, so I thought I'd show you guys gameplay of this very quickly. And as you guys can see, in my personal opinion, I don't know if you guys agree, but I think this car looks pretty sick. They both come with a very rare and unique looking color that you can't apply from LS Customs. They have a pearlescent over it as well as tinted windows, and a bunch of the features on the car are actually modified already. So you may have noticed like the rims, the exhaust, the bodywork, they are kitted out. So once you guys have got a few of these cars and you've sold them, like I said, you can always keep two for yourselves just to show off to your friends. They are pretty nice looking cars, just like the modified Sand King XLs I showed you guys a few months ago. They also came in blue and yellow. Now if you guys aren't familiar, I believe this is somewhat of like a mini Easter egg, as Rockstar Games 2 logos, Rockstar Games and Rockstar Games North, are always blue and yellow. They're somewhat of like their little trademark colors. But I was just going to show you guys also, in case your garages do fill up, you can take this car over to any of your own garages and you're able to store it as many times as you like. And just in case you guys don't know, this is one of the highest selling cars in the game. Rockstar Games haven't lowered the sale price. It still does sell for 17.5k. So like I said, if you own at least one 10 car garage, it should take you about 10 to 15 minutes to fill that up, and that garage will now be worth $175,000, which is extremely good for such an easy and straightforward method. Now I do want to show this to you just quickly of me selling the car in LS Customs. As you guys can see, $17,500. Now the yellow version, it does spawn in a lot less, and you will get like 1,000 less for the yellow version. So if you do have the option to go for either the purple or the yellow, like I said, if you're going to do it for friend, always go for the purple version. However, moving into the third best money making method that all of you guys should be grinding out, and that is by making the most out of double money and double RP on all of the stunt races. So I thought I'd go ahead and quickly break down how you guys can make the most amount of money from these races, whether you're doing them solo or with friends. did mention, firstly I'm going to cover how you guys can grind this method if you guys do want to play solo, and like I did mention later in the video, I will compare it if you guys have got some friends with you, showing the difference in payout that you guys will actually make. Like I said, there can be a lot of benefits to doing this solo because you're always going to be getting the same consistent payout. It's not going to drop and there's no risks of you like finishing third, fourth or last. Plus you could consider it as an AFK method, so it's like stress-free, very easy. Now if you guys are going to do this solo route to grind this method, what you actually want to do is be in a free roam session. You want to press start, go down to playlists, and you want to add as many of these races that you want to do when you're grinding this method out. So this is completely up to you depending on how long you guys are actually going to spend on the game. However, once you save the playlist, simply go up to my playlists and go ahead and launch it. As you guys can see, I called mine Solo Money. Nonetheless, once you guys start the playlist up, the first and most important part you guys want to remember is to never finish these races under 4 minutes. That is the most important benchmark to do with these races and how the payouts work. So as you guys can see on screen, I managed to finish this Rocket Voltic race in just under 4 minutes, and I only received a measly 5k, which is not good at all. However, if you guys pay attention to the clock in the bottom right, I mean literally just sitting in this mission for an extra 18 seconds so it passes the 4-minute mark, my money will literally double, taking it well over 10k for only 4 minutes work, which is extremely good. Now an important point to remember is each lap is literally around 3.5 minutes, so a lot of the times you guys will finish these races just under the 4-minute mark, so you actually want to pay attention to the clock in the bottom right, as I think we can all agree being able to double your money by only spending an extra 10-15 seconds in a mission is insane. And you guys will be able to increase that more by spending a further 2 minutes in a race. So by finishing the race in just over 6 minutes, your payout will increase by 10k to just under 14k, so about 13.5k, and a very nice 3600 RP. However, to earn the max payout from doing this solo method, you guys will have to spend a further 1.5 minutes in the race, so it passes the 8-minute mark, and that will increase yet again to just under $17,000. However, the RP will remain the same, around 3600, and that is 100% the new cap on all of these races. I know a lot of people have been putting out false information saying spend up to 16 minutes in races to earn the max payout. That is no longer the case. These people do not spend their time testing out these methods for you guys like I do. So as you guys can see on screen, 16 minutes passes in the race and I still receive the same $16,000. The only other way to increase this is with players in your mission. 8 minutes is the time cap to earn the max payout for all of these races. That is another important thing. All of these races work the same. I've also seen people putting out information saying always do this race because it pays more than the Rocket Voltic. All of that is also bullshit. The only determining factors are the players and the time spent in the mission. So now you guys know that 8 minutes is the time cap. You guys saw that you earned about $17,000 for spending 8 minutes in the mission. However, if you guys can remember, by spending only 4 minutes in the race, we managed to get a very nice $10,000. So if I was to do this race 5 times in 4 minutes, I would get $50,000, which would only take me about 20 minutes because I'm only spending 4 minutes on each lap. Whereas if I was to wait the full 8 minutes every time, I'd be earning around 41k, so making $10,000 less every couple races if I was to do the more longer method. So you guys, like I said, can work out what suits you guys best, whether you just want to keep on repeating every 4 minutes to earn the higher payouts, or like I said, sit AFK. Maybe if you guys just want to watch some of my YouTube videos or go for your dinner, you'll be able to play this game based around you. Now, as I did mention, there is another multiplier or another factor that Rockstar do take into account when calculating your payout, and that is basically the amount of players that are in your race at any given time. Now, I am aware that we all play GTA 5 different, we all have different amount of friends we can get online, and we all even have a different skill ability when it comes to racing. Some of you guys might be 10 out of 10 beast, but you don't have that many friends. Some of you guys might play with a shit ton of players, but you're not that good at racing. But I do know one thing is that we all have at least one other friend, cousin, or brother that we can all play GTA 5 with. I guarantee all of you guys at least know one other person that you've played computer with over the years that is usually your go-to person when it comes to either grinding money or just having a bit of jokes online. So taking that into account, As I mentioned earlier, you guys will be earning 10k by doing this solo for just 4 minutes, but by getting one other person in your race, you guys will be earning an extra $4,000 every single time for literally just doing nothing, exactly just over 4 minutes. But by having one other person in your race, you're able to earn an extra 4k every single race. And your friend, you might be thinking, oh well, he's only going to get 2k, there's no point of him doing it. No, he will still be earning a very nice $9,800, so practically the same as if you was doing it solo, just slightly less, because you guys earn 10k, he's going to be earning 9.5. But for only 4 minutes of racing, I think we can all agree that is extremely high. So I can see why a lot of people might want to do you win one race and then you let your friend win one race and then you win one race, because by doing it that way you'll actually be earning, like I said, more than by doing it by yourself solo, because you're also going to be getting that player bonus. And because the loser still gets 9k, which is only a couple $100 less for coming first solo, you guys really have nothing to lose out by getting an extra friend in here. And the time bonus will also include if you guys are doing it with a friend, so you will be able to earn up to $18,000 for going just over 6 minutes, and your friend will also earn a very nice 12.5. And of course, if you guys go to the max cap time of 8 minutes spent in the race, one of you guys will be earning a very nice 22.5k, while the other one is still going to be getting a very nice $15,500. So let's say you won one, then your friend won one. We're talking a guaranteed just under 30k for completing just 2 races, which in all honesty will not even feel like half the time. So now you guys are fully clued up on how to maximize the payouts depending on the time spent in the game or the number of players. It is worth mentioning, of course, you guys can take another route and chance your luck by going into a bigger lobby with much more players. Of course, naturally, it's not really a method by doing it this way, hence the reason why I broke the method down earlier. But this way, obviously, is going to offer you guys bigger rewards with bigger risks. So now you guys understand how to maximize the payout. These payouts should make much more sense to you guys. So as you guys can see here, with just 6 players, the winner was able to earn a very nice $28,000 for spending just over 6 minutes in the game. Here you can see 6 players for going under 4 minutes was only $10,000. However, with 16 players, so a full lobby, you guys will only be earning up to 26k if the race finishes under 4 minutes. And like I did say, every single player will count towards that winner's final pay. So as you guys can see here, 16 players, if one player was to back out during the loader menu or before it starts, the winner's bonus is going to decrease yet again down to 24k. So as you guys can see here, 15 players under 4 minutes is the usual lap time you guys will see when doing these races. The winner only got 24k. So when you guys see these payouts, take into mind what I showed you guys earlier. I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to use your brain to stack some serious money, best suited to how you guys play the game. Nonetheless, that is going to do it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys do appreciate me covering 3 methods rather than just 1 in this video. Don't forget to leave a comment down below if you guys are going to grind out method 2, and if you guys do want to see me cover more epic money and RP guides in the future, all I ask is you drop a like down below and feel free to subscribe, as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.